You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Reaper Arsenal Coffee.
Smells like freedom.
Freedom. Want to welcome aboard. We're going to be working up close and personal. The new organization, not a new organization, you probably are aware of them nationally, and now South Dakota has its own official chapter. Folds of Honor.
Nice, that's beautiful.
Folds of Honor. South Dakota. I've had some great conversations with Brad and Mike over the past couple of weeks. In case you don't know, Folds of Honor provides educational scholarships to spouses, children of Americans fallen, and disabled service members.
That's awesome.
This
Amazing
year,
organization.
the brand spanking new South Dakota chapter is participating with Shield Sporting Goods, some fantastic giveaways, raffles going on, a big golf tournament coming up. We'll be talking about that stuff in detail as we go along. So it is a statewide chapter. Pretty much some of the main components, board of directors is pretty much in the Sioux Falls area, and it's going to be pretty cool, and we're pretty proud to have them on board. So,
Nice.
Love it.
South Dakota
Love it, love it, love it.
Honor. All right, let's get after it, shall we? Who's having birthdays today? Man, oh man, oh man. I remember when he first walked onto my TV screen a bunch of years ago in Happy Days with the Fonz. Mm-hmm. So then there's this alien at the door named Mork.
Oh, yeah.
Robin Williams. That's how he got into the national spotlight. Robin Williams. He would have been 70 today.
So Mork started on Happy Days?
Yeah, it was just a bit part.
I forgot about that.
And it went over so huge, they kept bringing him back because it was just that crazy.
Yeah.
And spun off into his own series, Mork and Mindy. And from there, the rest is history.
Nice.
Another individual that just cracks me up to this day, just looking at him, I just start laughing. From SNL fame, John Lovitz.
I love him.
He's good.
His character in, and I love that movie, League of Their Own,
Yeah.
Yeah.
about the ladies'
The
professional
baseball.
baseball
Georgia
teams.
Peaches.
His character just slaughtered me
Oh, yeah.
in that movie. John is 64 today.
Nice.
And this guy wrote a book or two. Try more like well over 4 dozen, and all of them pretty amazing. Ernest Hemingway,
Oh, yeah.
born this day. Old Man in the Sea. A Movable Feast. On and on. Islands in the Stream. I don't think I've ever read anything by him where I went, well, that was kind of subpar.
That was adequate.
Yeah, he was a talented dude.
Dude had some skills. In 1925, this shook the nation, man. This was national stuff. This was huge. This day, 1925, the John T. Scopes. The Scopes monkey trial fires up, finding John guilty of teaching evolution in the classroom in Dayton, Tennessee.
Yeah.
He's fined $100 plus court costs. And then 1960, Inherit the Wind movie came out, having to do with that. Great movie. Spencer Tracy, Frederick March, Gene Kelly, and the original Darren on the Bewitched series, Dick York, actually plays the part of John Scopes. So there you go.
I've still yet to see it, but you tell me it's very good.
It is. It's an amazing movie. Mentioned yesterday that the lunar module touched down on the moon.
Yeah.
With Buzz and Neil Armstrong. Well, today, this very day, in fact, at 2:56 a.m., Neil Armstrong becomes the first human to set foot on the moon.
How
Stepped
cool is
out of the
that?
module and actually,
Nice.
How weird. Would you do that? If you're like would you do that?
I
No.
think it would be
I have
pretty-
no interest in going to
I think
space,
it'd be pretty
period,
cool to do
much
it.
less walking on the moon.
I mean, completely unknown except what the scientists have kind of gathered together from
Right.
staring
And,
at things.
well, in theory, if you step out in this costume, you should be just fine. And you don't know because nobody's done it.
Costume.
It's like, hey, Neil, open the door and jump out there.
No thanks.
You ready? Turned out just fine.
Yeah.
And in 1865, in the market square of Springfield, Missouri, Wild Bill Hickok guns down Davis Tutt. I only bring this up because, according to historians, this would be regarded as the first true Western showdown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, where somebody doesn't just shoot somebody. They're going out in the street, they're pacing it off,
Right.
and they're firing.
Right.
There you go. Thought that was kind of nifty. Gosh, bring those days back.
Pretty cool.
Actually, we do have these days. It's much.
It's called Chicago.
Chicago. And other parts of the country. Yeah, so I know, we all know. We just jump ahead here.
We're going to do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Reaper Arsenal Coffee.
Smells like freedom.
I'm Nick from PureCannaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low, so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCannaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCanna, PureCannaCompany.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
And it is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. What do you find interesting on this amazing Wednesday?
Dating has changed a lot. I mean, I remember the first time I ever asked a girl out.
Right.
And strangely enough, Heidi, her name was Heidi.
Really?
Little Heidi Nelson. Yeah, it's in Minneapolis. We were going to have a sledding party at grade school. I was in 5th grade. And there was Heidi. Right in the stairwell. I said, "Oh, excuse me, you want to go sledding with me?" I ended up chipping her tooth.
No
I
kidding.
chipped one of her front teeth.
She said no and you clobbered her?
No. She said yes. And there we were at like the sledding hill thing. And this was back before you had all this fancy plastic stuff whipping around. It was a sled, man, with 2 rails on it, made out of wood and steel, basically.
Metal and steel.
Well, she laid down on it. And I was going to push and then jump on top, which is what I did. But I managed to smack her face into the... Yeah, she chipped a tooth.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah,
I bet that... Do you get a second date after that?
No, I have no idea where she is. What?
That's not what he asked.
I was in 5th grade. The second date? No. Oh, no. No, I felt terrible. I still feel terrible. I should probably stalk her and say, "Hey, how's that whole tooth thing?" Here's what's going on. Google searches and people buying apps for dating are up this year by over 3,000%.
Oh, no kidding.
3,000%.
That's
And that includes older folks. Now, like dating apps and stuff, it's usually your 20-somethings, blah, 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 blah. But older folks, 55 plus, of people tying into this online stuff and apps and Tinder and all that. I'm not real familiar with it. But yeah, older folks, up 3,500%.
Wow.
It's just crazy. Experts are saying a lot of it has to do with people were shut down for the better part of a year and the whole
They're just ready to get back out
vax
again.
thing. And some of these are exclusive. Some of these apps now are exclusively made for finding other people who have been vaccinated, how they track that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all kind of scary to me. But it's just weird because back in the day, if you liked somebody, you asked them out. And it was normally the male asking the female, and it just does what it does. But now all this stuff there's virtual dating now.
So confusing.
I've been looking at this like, what do you mean virtual dating?
It's just a date on the
where
computer,
you don't even,
which is dumb.
you're not even face to face.
Yeah,
How do you
that's
even
so
know?
Dumb.
It just seems like none of this is real, but yet here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
I
it's all
found that interesting.
all very interesting.
And I also find that very
People do it, and I think I want to say at least 2 that popped to mind, but probably 3 now. People that I actually know who actually met through an online service and went on to get married and everything else. It's like, how did you meet? Oh, online. I said, really? I mean, I have never done that. Someone at my last job subscribed me to one of them. That was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
I started getting emails. I'm going, what is this? What is it, man? And I'll just put it up because it was a pretty good joke. It was a gay trucker dating. I kid you
I
not.
didn't even know that was a thing.
And all of a sudden, I got some guy going by the name of Crisco wanting to meet up with me.
He's like, hey.
Let's go.
I had no idea what was happening. I was in my office going, what?
It's hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all out there, man.
So what Dan's saying is he's single and open-minded.
Yeah, and there's virtually nothing I'm doing to change that. So
Well, thank you for coming in. That is also stuff we find interesting. Hi, I'm John, and I'm here to show small businesses that radio is a great investment. So what do you have here?
This is a Chinese Ming vase.
Wow, that looks expensive and a bit fragile.
Yes, it's valued at... Oh, my God, what are you doing?
Hey, that was fragile.
Why did you do that?
To show everyone that radio advertising is a much better investment than some old pottery. I sure hope you had insurance on that thing. Let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life right here on the radio. Here's the legal lady.
No priceless heirlooms were destroyed. It was all in your mind. Thanks to BetterResultsAdvertising.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio for his final time this morning. This goes way too quick.
It
does.
It's Wednesday, right?
Last
It
I
is,
checked,
yes.
Well, that means here at Sunny 93.3, the finest independent station in the nation, it's
It's a winning Wednesday.
Wednesday. The good folks at Catfish Bay were good enough to give us a pile of tickets.
Yeah, we got several of these. If you want to sign up to win, you can do it now at sunnyradio.com. There's a .com, not clom. There's a thing that says win tickets right on the page. Click that thing.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
congratulations to Chantel Olson.
Woo!
Nice. I
Got
know
yourself,
two Chantel Olsons. So
Seriously,
congrats to
two?
both of them.
Really?
I know two different ones.
Are they both S-O-N or
Yeah.
S-E-N
I'm
or
friends
one
with
or
both
the
of
other?
them on Facebook, and I'm glad they don't look the same. Otherwise, I'd be very confused.
All right. Good for you, John.
There you go.
I am so honored just to be in the same room with you right now.
I'm sorry.
So, Chantel, you've
What were you saying again?
You've snagged 4 tickets to Catfish Bay, the
Sweet.
greatest show on H2O.
Because I've not been there this year, but every time we go, we have a blast.
Just north of town, go down Cliff, go under the I-90 bridge, hang a left. Mm-hmm. Get ready to break or you end up in the drink. All right, where are we here? Let's see. Looks like the state has got a whole bunch of money.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Which is nice. Governor Kristi Noem, who, as you know, I have somewhat of a close relationship
Yeah.
with.
You?
He's both had coffee together.
Yeah, kind of had coffee
you're
with
both wearing
her
black.
years. We were.
Yeah.
That
We've heard
happened-
this before.
That happened at the coffee shop in Hartford
Nice.
Kind of a big deal.
years ago. I looked at her. She looked at me. Oh, here we go.
I'm assuming there's more.
Yeah, the governor just announced the other day that, whoa, look at this. We've got $86 million just laying here doing nothing.
Really?
Okay.
Yes. Now think about it. How many states are running in the
Right.
red?
Right.
Look at West Coast, East Coast. These people are like billions of
Exactly.
dollars in debt, and then they keep raising taxes. We
Yeah.
sit here in South Dakota, and it's like, oh, somebody tripped over a $100
Another
bill.
pile of money.
It's the same at the Sioux Falls City Hall.
Yep.
Wow.
Tenhagen literally lights his cigars with $100.
Really?
It's crazy. He just throws them around like Skittles at a kid's party.
Huh.
It's crazy. Release Monday of this week closed out the 2021 budget year on June 30th, actually, with a surplus of $85.9 million.
Nice.
But wait, there's more. There was still a whole pile of cash sitting in the general fund. General fund meaning it's not really earmarked for anything yet. But when combined with what was already there in the state's budget reserves, we now have a total of $300 million and some change.
That's fantastic.
I like that.
So in other words, if something, heaven forbid,
Right. If we were to have a major incident,
Come-
we've got the funds to.
through with Mother Nature,
Sure.
whatever. I mean, it's kind of nice to have that little pad
It is.
sitting
It's
there.
very
So,
nice.
that's kind
I
of
have a
refreshing.
little cushion in my account.
Loving
as
the way
well.
our state is run.
The cushion in my account is $8.43. So as long
It's
as
nice to have that cushion.
It is, yeah. As long as I don't need anything more than that, I am good.
As long as you've got it. And I do this, I go to the gas barrel like all the time, at least once a day.
Great place, yeah.
And I love it. Sam and Lexmi, who are always there, they always like, well, it's just 4 cents an ounce, so take the 4 pennies, it's take a penny, leave a penny, that thing. And I go, no, I love the change. I love the change. And one of them, Lexmi, asked me why the other day. I said, well, here's the thing, man. I just throw it in, whatever, a jar. And then once a year, I empty it out. Mm-hmm. And over the years, I have literally, with the change I've just tossed for the year, I have bought round-trip plane tickets.
Right.
One year, when I was still rocking a pickup truck, I bought a brand new set of tires.
Yeah.
It's like a secret little bank account.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
It
it's pretty
adds
cool.
up. Yeah. So there you go. Speaking of the gas barrel, save a dime a gallon every time with
Yeah,
Dino
you do.
Pay. Why wouldn't
Free
you
money.
do that? And you figure the average gas tank on like a mid-sized car is about 18 gallons,
Yeah.
something like that. So every time you fill up, you got a couple of bucks left over.
Yeah.
That
It's
adds
nice.
up.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely, it adds up.
So yeah, well, the gas barrel, ask them about DynaPay and get it done. You can bang it right on your phone, man. So every
Love
time.
it.
Every
You're
time.
laughing all the way to the bank.
Yep. So there you go. South Dakota's washing cash. Sioux Falls is washing cash. It's just...
We're in good shape.
Yeah, if you
got
know a
pockets full
politician,
of change.
yeah, state legislator, whatever, just say, hey, you want to throw me $1,000? Yeah, right here. Got it right here.
I mean, they got it.
Yeah, his pockets full.
Usually
It's
got it
crazy.
on them.
Trunks full, briefcases full.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works, but that's all good.
There you go.
Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it very much. And don't forget, control your leafy spurge. It's not just a good idea. It is the law.
Is indeed.
And, hey, seriously, free Cuba.
Free Cuba.
Yes.
Okay. I don't even... Okay. I'm not sure where to go from that. Other than
And Brittany.
thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
I kind of feel like I've been talking about BetterCreditCards.com forever now, but we want to mention that BetterCreditCards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. Why should that matter to you? Because this can save you money every single month. There's no fee to check it out, so when you get a minute, click on the website BetterCreditCards.com and see if we can help you find a better credit card. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare, brought to you by Balanced Life Chiropractic. I've got Dr. Harley with me. Dr. Harley, how you doing?
Good morning, John. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. And we're going to talk about back to school, but I'm not ready for that yet. Holy cow, the summer's almost over?
I would bet lots of parents are like, wait, what? Is it? Yeah, unfortunately, it's like we have to start looking at that. School's starting to creep up, right?
It's like a month or so away.
Yeah, so it's now we're just going to start looking at back to school things, talking about kids and how to keep your kids healthy. We still are in a kind of unprecedented time, not sure what are schools doing this year? What are they not doing? Yeah. How can I keep my kids safe and healthy? Well, I wanted to talk about something that we've been seeing a lot more recently, just with as kids are getting older, they want to start having, sleepovers, slumber parties, whatever you want to call it. And bedwetting is, something that a lot of kids suffer with. And unfortunately, sometimes they get older and older and they're still having these problems. I've had a lot of recent increase with patients that are having that. And, what does bedwetting keep you from doing?
Yeah, sleepovers. And
sleeping over at friends' houses, having friends over, that kind of stuff. So that's just something that, kids are going to start doing that more as they're going back to school, right? So
and there's a connection to this in chiropractic?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of great results with that because, what controls your bladder?
Well, I suppose. Yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought of that.
Your brain, right?
Yeah.
So obviously it's a voluntary action, but when you're sleeping, it's very involuntary. So if the brain's not communicating with the bladder very well, you can see why we have accidents at night. And some kids, they're having it every single night, and parents are getting to the point, it's like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. We've tried this, we've done medication, we've done therapy, we've limited water intake at night. We're still having issues with it. What's going on? Well, if there's miscommunications between the brain and the bladder, we're going to have issues. There's two different, scenarios. One, that there's misalignments in the neck that are putting pressure on the brainstem. Well, the brainstem's a big control center for a lot of our body functions. Sleeping center, it's a heart center, all those kind of things, digestion, that kind of stuff. Or in the lower spine, like across the hips, low back, that goes directly to our bladder, our kidneys, and all that. So if they're overproducing or underproducing or having irregularities there, that can lead to issues as well.
And if this is something that people are dealing with and they've tried everything, why wouldn't you try this? I mean, it sounds to me like it makes a ton of sense.
Well, a lot of people just don't know that there's other options out there, especially if they're talking with their pediatrician, because their pediatrician's going to go, the hospital route. They're like, this is what we know to do. Yeah. They're not looking at other options. And I'm not saying anything bad against pediatricians. They don't know a lot of times what's going on. And chiropractors in general, we don't educate our patients enough about some of the other options that are out there.
That's what I love about this. Every week we get to get a little education, back to the basics in healthcare, and learn. I had no idea. I never in a million years would have thought bedwetting and chiropractic go kind of, hand in hand, but it does make sense when you explain it.
Yeah, and people are like, well, why is their spine causing the problems? It's like, well, what are kids doing all day, every day anymore? They're sitting, playing video games. They're hunched over, playing their phones. I mean, you can probably imagine your teenagers or younger, they're looking at their phones, and just their neck posture is going to be really affecting their neck and causing a lot of issues there. So, simple things of to help with their spine health is just keeping the screens up, getting them active, getting them moving. But if they're not seeing any sort of change or results and wanting to start doing something and get better, have them call our office and we'll talk to you about how we can help.
Very nice. And what is the number to call?
They can give us a call at 605-215-1785. Shoot us a message on Facebook. We help with any kids from babies to, the grown adult children, right?
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
I'm talking to you, right? I'm just kidding. Yeah.
No. So if people would like to find you on Facebook, you're there as well?
Yep. Balanced Life Chiropractic. Check out our Facebook page. A lot of great information on that, but also you can shoot us a message through there.
And you can find them online as well. BalancedLifeSD.com.
Addiction is a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those you love the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. TimeForRehab.com reminds you that you don't need to let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner, brought to you by Reaper Arsenal.
Well, I'm ruggedly handsome. I'm a heck of a man. I mess around with nature whenever I can.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I love the little critters and the big critters, too. Like to cook them up in a tasty stew.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, it's time for Critter Corner right here on Sunny. If you like the show, then send me some money.
He's Ranger Dan.
Cash and credit card only. Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
You okay?
Oh.
Just taking a little sip. Ooh, brought my little travel mug in. That's probably not a great idea. Here we go. A little heartfelt, snappy little salute off the well-starched Permanent Ranger Dan. How you doing over there, Topher? Hello, Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Let's get serious here. I've got an update on an announcement we made on yesterday's Critter Corner. There's shenanigans going on. Try to keep up here. Got an update on my announcement.
Okay.
From yesterday. Now, regarding the Ranger Dan Great Plains Zoopapalooza 60-minute safari scheduled for this Sunday morning from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Now, as you may or may not know, the city of Sioux Falls actually owns that darn zoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all put together with your hard-earned taxpayer dollars, gosh dang it. Now, long story short, turns out someone at City Hall was actually tuned into Critter Corner yesterday.
Nice.
Next thing we know, we're getting some call from some lackey at Parks and Rec telling us, hey, they're going to have staff posted at that back wall at the zoo from 2 to 3, and going to turn us away should we actually show up. Then went into some 5-minute babbling rant about city, state, federal laws having to do with public safety, breaking and entering, animal abuse, and who knows what else. Thing is, about 150 of you have already RSVP'd this event, and at $49.95 a pop, ain't no way I'm walking away from that pile of cash. So real simple. Instead of 2 to 3 a.m. Sunday morning, we're going to go with 3 to 4 a.m. Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah, see?
In place of meeting at the rear or west wall to get you in and out using ladders, we're going to be relocating at the south wall where my associates are currently constructing a beautiful tunnel which should put you up just a few feet outside the sheep enclosure. The key word there is should. Now, other than those simple changes, the rest pretty much stays the same. You'll park at the country club, formerly known as Westward Ho, hike about a half mile to the south wall, where my associates will equip you with your safari kit containing Ranger Dan s'mores in a can, recently government recalled Ranger Dan taser, and a lukewarm 6-pack of Pabst, all for just $49.95 cash only, please. The Ranger Dan Great Falls Zoopapalooza 60-minute safari this Saturday morning, 3 to 4. You can pre-register. Ranger Dan website. Just click on the cash icon. Till next Critter Corner, this is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
I'm Nick from PureCanaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low, so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCanaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCana, PureCanaCompany.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Equity markets bounced back strongly Tuesday as investors shrugged off the looming impact of the COVID-19 Delta variant. The rising numbers of cases has sparked concern about economic shutdowns that could further impact an already overstressed system. An emerging theme of the second quarter earnings season is the fact that revenues are being impacted not only by rising inflation, but by the lack of availability of raw materials and shipping. If these situations are not corrected soon, the economic outlook for the second half of the year will become meaningless. And that's not good for stock prices. Looking at the charts, it appears as if the major indices are confirming the uptrend. The question is now if the market will follow through on Wednesday and move up to set a new all-time high. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.